a major cash crunch for former President Donald Trump, who owes the state of New York nearly $500 million after being found liable in his civil fraud case. Now his lawyers are saying he cannot secure a bond while he appeals. If he cannot pay up, he's got to pay that cash to appeal. The state could go forward and freeze some of his bank accounts and also seize some of his properties. Our chief election and campaign correspondent, Robert Costa, is in Washington for us following this. Bob, good morning. So this obviously dives right into politics because he's running for president. How could his failure to secure this bond affect him politically?
Good morning, Tony, and to everybody. According to my sources close to former President Trump, this is a very stressful time for him. Politically, financially, and logistically. He is now going to have to pay enormous fees to his lawyers and try to pay off these loans, all while he's trying to take on President Joe Biden in the general election campaign. He's going to have to sit in a courtroom perhaps sometime this spring in that criminal hush money payments trial. And meanwhile, the Biden campaign just keeps spending a lot of money on the airwaves trying to reset the narrative of this race.
You know, Republicans say all the charges against the former president are political, which raises the question, could Donald Trump take money from the Republican National Committee, the RNC, to pay legal expenses and maybe even this bond?
It's a bit of a tricky question when it comes to the civil fraud trial, where Trump is facing these enormous payouts for a bond and his properties could be seized. Places like Trump Tower in New York, 40 Wall Street, and Lower Manhattan. Maybe the RNC can't get involved and his campaign can't get involved in the civil fraud trial. But when it comes to paying more broadly legal fees and paying his lawyers, it's possible the RNC could get involved. And now his daughter-in-law, Lara Trump, is a top executive at the RNC. That gives him a lot of influence over how the money is spent.
All right, good to know, Bob. Thank you very much.